And we're live. We're live. We're live. How is everybody? I'm going to wait for a couple of people to join us. Today, I have some fun stuff to show you. Yes, I still have a cough. Excuse me. Waiting for a couple of people to join us at 1 o'clock today at What's New Wednesday. Let's see. Straighten up those glasses now. This way. Hello. Anybody here today? I'll give everybody a chance to stop in. Yay! There's one person. Happy to have you. I hate to start talking before I know if anybody's in here because then I feel like I'm just talking to myself, which is not really that bad. Hey, Diana, how are you? Glad to have you all the way from Sacramento. Very happy to have you. I bet you've got gorgeous weather out there right now. Our weather has finally turned down from 109, 110, 111. We're in the wonderful high 80s with 100% humidity now. So we traded one for the other. So we have some more people joining us one by one. Be sure you say hello to us. I can give you a shout out and welcome you to the page. Tell us where you're from and what you're doing today. Is everybody out there able to be sewing, quilting, doing something fun? That's what I want to be doing. So tell people where you're from, what you're doing today. We love to chit chat with everybody. Hello, Katie. Nice to meet you. Where are you watching from? I'm moving the rug around underneath my feet from Abilene. Okay. So it's a little bit cooler out there, maybe? We're in the high 80s today. I'm pretty stoked about that. I feel like, yay, we're pretty um, cool. Not cool enough to be like wearing sweaters, no way, but it is cooler here. So we have a few people popping in to say hello. I do have some fun stuff to show you all today. I hope you'll like it as much as I do. I always have some fun things that I pop in and out to show. Yes, finally, rain has cooled it down. Katie, I know we've been waiting for rain here, and we get, well, where I am in Plano, we get little tiny sprinkles here and there. It doesn't really rain, but the humidity is awful. I was just saying earlier that our temperature has dropped to the high 80s, which is so nice, but it is like 100% humidity outside. So everything just like drips on me. I hate even putting on makeup on days like this because I feel like I'm just perspiring so much and I'm sweating that I'm just smearing it all over the place. It's awful. It's awful. Can never make anybody happy, can you? So I do have some fun stuff to show everybody. Like I said, say hello, pop in, tell us where you're from, what you're doing today. Yep, you've got the bad weather out there too. So we've got some fun stuff. We're already mid-October. What is going on with that? I cannot believe it. It has gone so fast. I have a lot of stuff that goes in, not October, mid September. I have a lot of stuff that goes on in September and October. Normally, Octobers are so busy for me that I cannot keep up with anything. This year, September is like that for me. I cannot keep up with it. And it feels like I have been in the store like 3 whole days. And it's just the month is going by so fast. And this weekend, I'm leaving again. I have a memorial service to go to in San Antonio, which is my hometown. So I'll be leaving again this weekend, and I was gone last weekend. And then the weekend, then I get back next week. I'm only going to be there for a few days, but I get back and then I leave again on Thursday for an annual trip that we plan with friends. So it has just been busy like that. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? I know you're in Plano. Glad to see you. Love your sunflower blouse. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Deborah from Maine. Oh, that is so nice. I love that. What is the width of those stripes behind you? Oh, the strips behind you. I have the pattern. Hold on. Let me grab the pattern real quick. Ta-da. Okay, the pattern is called At Home. Here it is. Yes, it's available online to purchase. It's called At Home. The width of the stripes vary. Let me see. So they're going to be different sizes. They go from smaller to larger, and they start off with the middle block. I don't know what they are specifically. I thought you were asking about the white strips. Those look like they're about half an inch. Have I got good eyes or what? It is half an inch, the white ones. But all the other ones, they're different sizes. They vary as they get closer to the edge, they get larger. So the ones towards the middle of the block are more narrow, and then as it gets closer to the edge, they get larger. It's a really pretty picture. Pattern, and we have it online. It's called At Home. So if you want to see it or purchase it, we can drop it in the mail for you today. And just go to our website, Not Your Mama's Quilt Store, and type in the search bar At Home, and it'll pull it right up for you. Hi, Cindy from Montreal, Quebec. I'm international. That's so exciting. Yay. I'm so excited. We're international. So let me show you some of the other fun things coming up, because you know what's going to be here next month as fast as anything? Halloween. Now, I'm past the kids being at home and wanting to decorate the whole house with little kid stuff and play stuff, right? But I still love Halloween, and I still like to do things, but I like to have a little bit more of a adult approach to it, not so children-ish, right? So I have some other things that I like to pull out for Halloween. I do have a Halloween quilt. I don't have it here because it's mine at home. So I pulled that out. It's fun, it's kind of funky and stuff. One of the other things that I really like, collage quilting. So collage quilting is by Laura Heine. She's kind of the one that if you go to trade shows or you go to festivals, quilt festivals and stuff, you see her patterns in most places. She's kind of more popular than some of the other ones that you don't get to see as often. And she has some really fun Halloween, spooky season collage patterns. Now, I have a collage class coming up. It will be in November. I know it's after Halloween, but it's still fun to start stuff like this. And as it gets closer, I'll be pulling in more Christmas um, collage classes. So either way, you can find a season that you like and do something. Let me show you this first one. This is called Deceased. Can you see it? I'm tilting it so you can see it without the glare. I'm trying to see. There we go. Deceased. And she spells it like the person's first and last name, D. Her name is D. Her last name is Ceased. And it's got the skeleton and then all the flowers around it, which I think is so much fun. This one is going to measure 23 and a half inches wide by 35 and a half inches tall. So it's not huge. It's big enough that you can hang on a door. Excuse me. One of my favorite places to hang stuff like this, it's kind of smallish and that I'm going to see it all the time, is on my kitchen door that goes to the garage door, right, that leads into my kitchen. That door is something that's right there. Of course, it's in the kitchen, so you see it all the time, but it's also next to the dining room, and so, or to the breakfast room, as you would call it. And so you get to see it all the time. And it's a fun thing to hang up these smaller patterns at. So collage quilting is a lot of fun. You can do this taking your time to play and put everything together. If you're not sure how to do it, she does have a book out that takes you step by step on how to do this. Or if you think you might like an online class, shoot me a note about it. Maybe we can schedule something like that and see how it goes. Tila, hi from Vermont. Hey, Tila, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us today. So that's the first one that we have for collage quilting. I think it's really fun. Collage quilting is something that you can't make mistakes doing. You know how in regular quilting you have to have your quarter-inch seam allowance, and your stripes have to be exactly measured or it comes out wonky, and your blocks have to measure a certain size or it throws the whole pattern off. With collage quilting, you cannot make a mistake. You put those florals down or that pattern down, and you know what? If if the artist has flowers, or let's say she has a bird right here on the shoulder. Can you see that bird right there on the shoulder? She has a bird on the shoulder. And say you're working and you can't find a bird on the shoulder, a bird to put there, or you just don't care for it there. That's okay. You don't have to put it down. Or say you have a dog you want to put on the shoulder, or a snake, or something like that. You can do it, and nobody is going to say, oh my gosh, that looks so different from the designers, because it doesn't make a difference. It's art quilting. And that's one of the reasons why I love collage quilting. The other thing, people get stuck, they're not sure what they want to do or how to get started with it. If you like to do, um, if you want to get started with your collage quilting and cutting out florals or cutting out your pieces, I do have a video on YouTube that says class prep list, beginner collage, and it tells you how to get your florals and your fabrics ready to be able to start collaging. And it's very easy to use. It's very easy to do, and you're able to start working. I did that because if you're taking a class here, a collage class, you end up spending all day in the class cutting out your flowers. And I was like, no, they don't want to pay to do that. They want to pay to come in here and start working, right? Start putting their design together. I'm still trying to move this rug over there. I was standing half on and half off. And you know what that means? I'm going to trip. So, yeah, it's a really fun thing to do that collage quilting. The next one that she has that came out, look at this. Jack, how fun is this? Two crows. I love crows. Two crows, and then a big jack o' lantern. And if you look really closely, he's asleep. The jack o' lantern's asleep. Look at him. Look how fun that is. The two big crows right there, and it's got some corn stalks over here on the edge. I think this one is so much fun. This one is going to finish at what? 30 by 40 inches. So again, great size to hang on that door. Love this, love this. Another one that she has, crystal ball. Look how fun that is. That witch with the hunchback looking over her cauldron of green bubbly liquid, and she has a black hat on with a crow, and she's got the cats jumping over or laying on top of the pumpkin. And look at the fire underneath down by her feet and her old gray face and white hair. I love this. And the reason it's called crystal ball is because you've got this big ball right here, right? The big ball. And look, it's on a base. See the base right there? So it's like looking into the crystal ball and you can see everything going around. This one is going to finish at 35.5 inches by 42 inches. Another fun one. If you're worried about how much fabric you need exactly, she tells you on the back how much you need. But really, when we do classes, we don't go through each cutout she tells you. We just start pulling our fabrics and working, and it is great fun. So have you all done, who has done collages before? Who's done a collage quilt? I would like to know, or is it just me who likes to do them? I love them. I finally finished the bee that I've only been working on. I finished it. Kathy's cheering for literally, I've been working on it literally like 5 years. Forever. I just have to quilt it now. And I was going to quilt it this week while Debbie is out of town. She's my long armor, and the uh, long arm would be free this week since she wasn't here, and I had to take it in for service. Kind of bummed about that because I was looking forward to quilting it. So yes, I finished the bee, the bumblebee, and it's ready to get quilted. And I really want to start one of these Halloween ones. I think they'd be so much fun. And the thing about this is a project you can quilt at home. You don't have to send it to a quilter. You're able to quilt it at home because you're just going to quilt a grid, just straight up and down lines, straight across lines, and you're done. It's an art piece. It looks fabulous like that. So those are three patterns that we got in from Laura Heine just in time for the holidays. If you like stuff that's kind of Christmas related, I've got two right now. Look at the polar bear. This is called Polar. Aha! Cute little polar bear. This is going to be 38 inches wide by 25 inches high. So it actually sits long ways. And you've got the polar bear sitting there with the little squirrel running across the ground, some pine trees up there. That's a fun winter one, not necessarily just Christmas, it's winter. And then you have Peppermint, the big beautiful reindeer right here, which I think is just gorgeous. This one is kind of, oh no, it says 35 by 35, a big square. He's beautiful, or she's beautiful. And that is another fun one that you can work on. All of those are on my website. If you're searching for the collage patterns, you can go to my website, Not Your Mama's Quilt Store, and you can just in the search bar type in Laura Heine, and it will pull up everything that we have in stock. And we do pretty much rotate stuff in and out. So yeah, they're in there and they are fun to do. So let's see. Yeah, Bonnie has done one. That's right. And they are fun to work on. Tila says she hasn't done one yet. We're going to have to fix that for you. We'll just have to see. Oh, Colleen, hi from Lavon. Hello, hello. And Roxanne, hi. Hello, everybody. We're happy to have you join us today. If you are brand new and you've never been here before, I'm Tisha Copeland, and this is Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas. We're a suburb of Dallas, so we're north of Dallas, and we are here in hot, beautiful Plano, Texas. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Not Your Mama's Quilt Store is a fun and more of a modern kind of quilt store. And so we have bright, fun fabrics and patterns and so forth. So, one of the other things that people really like that has started to pick up trend wise again is English paper PC. Who out there likes to do EPP? Sometimes you'll hear it called EPP, English paper PC, not to be confused with foundation paper PC. So, has anyone done English paper piecing where it's all handwork and you're sewing by hand? I have never been on the live, but I order online. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So happy. Terry, hey, how are you? Yes. And Terry does do a ton of EPP. That's right. I love it. And we've got some great new patterns in for EPP. Love to take EPP with me on road trips. So do I. We went camping. Oh, he made the Millie Fiore quilt. Terry did. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That is beautiful. So yeah, he says he made the Millie Fiore quilt. That's beautiful. If you have a minute, look it up. We've got the pattern here. Well, we've got one of the patterns here and the paper. Oh no, look, it looks like it's sold again. Yeah, it's not there. It's sold again. I'm gonna have to get another one. So yeah, you know what I did this weekend? I we went camping. We just got a new travel trailer. Pretty excited about it because now we're kid free most of the time and we can go do fun stuff again without kids and trying to juggle everyone's schedule to go at the same time. Um, so I took my EPP with me and I had it all set out what I wanted to do, and I forgot my rotary cutter. Oh, and I didn't have scissors with me because, yeah, I just used little tiny snips. I was so bummed about it. So when we went into town, I had to go find someplace that had rotary cutters and buy one and pay full price for it. They weren't even on sale or anything. I was so bummed. But yeah, so that has been added to my checklist. Has anybody else done that? So some of the new EPP projects I got, excuse me, going along. Yes, I'm very excited we got a travel trailer, Terry. Thank you. It's we've been renting them for years. If anybody ever wants to rent a travel trailer, go to outdoorsy.com and you can rent them there. Fabulous. We had a great time. So we've been renting them for a couple of years and we decided to go ahead and buy one. And I'm really excited about it because we've never had anything like that. It's been a long time. We used to have a boat, gosh, 26, 27 years ago before kids were born. As my kids always like to say, you had all the fun stuff before we were born. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I just like to tease them. But yeah, I'm excited. So another EPP project that we got, the Watcher skull. Can you see that? This is all English paper pieced. It is fabulous. This is done by Libs Elliott. She is a designer, and let's see, for Andover, I think it is. And she did this as a big foundation paper pieced pattern. And she did it, I want to say, maybe 6 years ago. Well, everybody loved it so much, they wanted her to make it smaller so that they could EPP it, and she did. So this is the smaller one. This is going to finish at 36 by 44. And this is using all her black and whites, which you may or may not be able to get anymore because it has been a few years. However, you can do this in any color you want. You don't have to do black and white. You can do it in pink and red or green and turquoise or green and black. Anything like that would be fun. So this is called the Watcher English Paper Piecing. We have it on our website as usual, and you will be able to find it if you just type in the Watcher or go to English Paper Piecing. Just type in EPP or English Paper Piecing and you'll pull stuff up. The next thing that just came out, also by Libs Elliott, is this one. I'm trying to get the glare off. It's called Wicked Hex EPP. And this is a mini quilt. This is going to finish at 22 by 24 inches. Those are all English paper pieced right there. You can see hexes. You can see some diamonds in there. You can see triangles. This is another one that, you could change the colors to red and green and make it Christmas. That would be fun too. Since it's a little table topper, you could really do any color you want it. You can make it match your bedroom, your living room, your dining room. You can do it in shades of beige and green, not green, gray. Super, super nice. So this one is available as well. This is called the Wicked Hex, but you don't have to do Halloween with it. So the next thing I'm going to jump to that I thought was really fun, I bought these. I brought them into the store, a couple of weeks ago, and they sold so fast that I got some more. They're called Moravian, Moravian stars. So basically, they're 3D stars. They're ornaments. Can you see them right there? I'm looking at them on the camera right here. I mean, on my computer. That's why I'm looking down. So the Moravian stars, they're 3D. You make ornaments out of them. Super pretty. These patterns are available here. So these patterns that I'm showing you, they all come with the paper cutouts in there already. You don't have to go hunt down the paper cutouts. If you're not familiar with English paper piecing, usually you can find the pattern or the paper templates or that acrylic template. You don't always get all three of them together, or they sell the pattern with the paper templates, or they sell the pattern with the acrylic template so you can do all the cutting out. All of these that I'm showing you come with all the paper pieces in there already. So you don't have to go hunt them down, which is a big deal because trying to get exactly the ones that they use in a pattern is a major headache. So these all come with the paper pieces in there already, and you can start working on it the minute it comes in. So this is cool. This is called Moravian Stars, and this is available, and it has the paper pieces. It doesn't have the acrylics in there because it's not something you would necessarily fussy cut, and that's the only time you really need the acrylic templates, okay, is if you're fussy cutting. And the same with this one, and the same with this one. This one has all the paper pieces in there. See them? Really nice. All of these are made by Paper Pieces, which is a supplier, a company that does English paper piecing supplies. Yeah, Bonnie, it does look like fun, doesn't it? I love it. I think they're great fun. So we have those available as well. The next one that I brought in, this one is going to be a great project for somebody who's kind of just learning. Okay, this is going to be an advanced beginner. It says intermediate, but I would call this an advanced beginner because it really still just has the straight edges. You don't have any 3D kind of going on like with the little bowls and the stars and stuff. This is called Flying Swallows Table Runner. Super pretty. You can see the little swallow block in there. Can you? Let me put my glasses on so I can see the screen. Yeah, so you can see the little swallow block in there, and they look like little flying swallows. This one is going to finish at 20 inches by 52 inches. So it's a little bit longer for a table, which I love. I don't like it when they're just 30 inches because it kind of gets lost on my table. So this is going to be a little bit larger. Beautiful, beautiful. It has all the papers in there ready for you to start. We have these in here now. I just love this. It is so pretty. You can get a really pretty background fabric for those stars and then make the little swallows, the little triangles, all solid colors. You could do that. You could change that and do the background as little tiny pattern using a pattern fabric and do the swallows as a solid color. And the background of the stars, you could have it match the swallows. There's so many varieties you can do with this. You can just really have some fun with this one. Yeah, you really can. So this one is called Flying Swallows, and this is also English Paper Piece, EPP. And the last one, I got these in last night. So you haven't seen these. They haven't even been put out on the floor yet. The last one that I brought in is a mini Lone Star. Look how fun this is. This one is an intermediate because it's all diamonds. So you do tend to be working on the bias. So you have a little bit of stretch going on, but it is not hard when you're working on little pieces like that have wrapped around paper and you glue basted it. They don't stretch as much as when you're just working with it loose. So this is another one, the Little Lone Star. This is available now, and it is going to finish at 25.5 inches square. How fun is that? It's all diamonds, and you can hang this right on a wall. You know what you could do with this? When I see this, see, these are all the things that if I hi Jen, hello, hello. um if I were, okay, in my other dream fantasy land that I live in my head, I would get this. I would make it all in kind of neutral kind of tones, not neutral, but kind of plainish color. Then when I finished, I would tea dye the whole thing, and then I would frame it, put it behind a glass, and make it look like it was old and restored. I might even distress it a little. So then I would run out and buy this because I'd have to do that now because it's in my head. Does anybody else do that? Do you just start a project with all these great things in your head and never finish it? Anybody? I don't know. Maybe, kind of. So, yeah, that's what I would do with this. Or I would take it totally modern and do each circle getting brighter and brighter and brighter, each ring. I love this. This is so pretty. I'm ready to start on it right now. What about you all? So, yes, Jen says, yes, she would. Yes, I know. It would be so cool, wouldn't it? I know. I know. So, I had I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I know. I know, Bonnie, you never start something and not finish it. Mm-mm. You finish everything, sometimes the same day you started it, right? Yeah. So the last thing I want to show you is a new fabric line we got in. This is by a designer. Her company name is Creativity Roars, and I'm sorry, Creativity Shell, and this line is called Creativity Roars. And she came out with a really kind of fun, modern take on fabric. Love the colors on this. You've got some deep plums in there. Then you've got the oranges and hot pinks and chartreuse green and some bright yellows in there. This is one of the fabric lines that we have in for her, one of the bolts that we've got. This one is by Creativity Shell, is the name of the company, and the line is called Creativity Roars. So the next one that I have in this line, I've got these fun circles. They look like little bullseyes. You've got it in the olive green and yellow with a pretty blue, making all of that pop and come together. The smaller circles are orange and red, which you know I love that color combination, with the blue centers. This is another fun one from Creativity Roars. We have these in stock now. Now look at this one. Beautiful olive green, and these are kind of an orangish yellow spiral. It's showing more yellow on the screen, and it is not quite that yellow. It is a pretty deep olive color. I'll pull it back a little bit and see. Yeah, that's a little bit closer to the real color. It's a dark olive color, and you've got the spirals right there, which are really fun. They pop, but they don't distract, which is what I like. That's another one right here. So then, of course, you have to have something that makes a statement, and that is this piece right here. Look at those squiggly lines. And you know what? In between the squiggly lines, it says something. It says maker. What does it say? Oh, it says make waves, make waves. And you can see it's written in the solid pink area, that dark raspberry color. It says make waves. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make waves. I'm going to make waves. That's right. Yeah. Look how cool this is. Love this line. And you stand far away and you don't really see it. You see a wavy pattern, right? But when you start reading it closely, you will start to see the words in there, kind of like a I Spy for grown-ups. So the last one in this line Some fun little pebbles right here. This is a fun one because you've got the pink background and then you have light pink and that orangish yellow pebbles. It's just a fun complement to it. You can see I like the way it looks when I get a little bit out of that glare. I want to show you how pretty this is going to stand out next to these. Look how pretty that looks. I love it. See how it just matches so nicely? And then I can pull this one out here as well. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. I want to start sewing. I want to just not work the rest of the day and go sew. Don't you? I do. So you can see this on the website as well, Not Your Mama's Quilt Store. This is called Creativity Roars. We also have some of her pre-cuts. We've got the mini charm, no, the 5-inch charm pack. You know what? This would be so cool to use. An Aubrey tote. Look at that, an Aubrey tote. Because it uses charm squares, 5-inch charm squares, and you don't want to have to trace out that little what would you call it, that little tumbler block 100 times and then cut it. So what do you have in here? What do you have in here? A template cutter. So all you have to do is lay it on the 5-inch charm and cut around it, and you could make it, this would be like the most cool modern tote right there. Look at that. Oh, and look at the other fabrics that are in here. How gorgeous are these? You can see some of the colors right there. Yeah, it's not just the ones I showed you. There's more. I just didn't buy the whole line, but there's some beautiful stuff in there. So it has the 5-inch charm packs. We also have the jelly rolls. Look at this. Just in time for Jelly Roll Day, which is this coming Saturday. I hope you're making plans to come out and visit us. So we have jelly rolls. These will be 20% off this coming Saturday for Jelly Roll Day. We have some mini charms and we also have some layer cakes. And I thought I grabbed the mini charms and layer cakes, but it appears that I just grabbed 2 jelly rolls, not sure what I was thinking, and 1 charm pack. I don't know. I don't know. What do I do? So, yes, thank you, Jen. It is fun. And Terry, yes, we are promoting EPP. I love it. I think it's so much fun. I do teach beginner classes on it so that you can get a basic understanding of EPP. Really, there's no wrong way to do it. We can give you hints and tips to make it easier and more enjoyable. I do teach classes on that, and I welcome everybody to that. And then we do have some fun little embroidery kits here as well, and just a couple of other fun things. But yeah, we are one of the only stores in the area that does carry English paper piecing um, um, supplies. Yes, Jen, EVP Club was this morning, had the best time. Yes, you did. We have an English paper piecing club that meets here twice a month on the second and fourth Wednesday of each month at 9 in the morning. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to work on EPP. You can work on anything you like that's hand sewing. It's no sewing machines, just hand sewing. I know some people just like to do embroidery. Sometimes they might be knitting. They might just be hand stitching a quilt. It doesn't matter. It's just a time to get together with girlfriends, make new friends, and sit and stitch together. There's about 13 or 14 ladies that come, sometimes more, sometimes fewer, but it is a lot of fun, and it's a chance to meet other new people and enjoy their company and work on something. You know, when you work on these things by hand, it's called slow stitching because you're enjoying the process. You're not racing to get it done. So I hope everybody has enjoyed our What's New Wednesday. I've shown you some fun stuff in the store that we just got in, not even out on the floor yet. So y'all got the sneak peek. If you'd like to buy it, or if you're watching this later, you can go back on the website and do a search for it, or just give us a call and we will get you set up on the phone. We're available here every day until 6 o'clock. And then when the time changes, we will be closing at 5 o'clock. We have, if you live in the area, we have our D-Stash Blast coming up in October. That is going to be where you can clean out your closets and sell those treasures, and somebody else is going to want to buy them because they want to go home and use it. So we will have D-Stash Blast coming up. You can find that on our class schedule on the website. We have this coming Saturday, Project Jelly Roll, learning different things you can do with a jelly roll. We have a $39 class. Okay, we don't have those $39 classes all the time. That's cheap. Our classes are usually more expensive, but this is for Project Jelly Roll and Jelly Roll Day, and you're going to get the pattern for free. We have a fun pattern that's going to be taught. It's called Verticals. You can't buy the pattern. It's a free one. You have to come in to get it. And the class is going to be showing you how to sew those strips together so that they're straight, so that they don't come out wonky. So if you're free this Saturday, sign up for that class, or at least put it in your calendar to stop by and see what's going on. We will have to be able to, um, we will have to be able to find something for you to do with Jelly Roll Day. So Terry says, Ann and I will be there in October. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you will. And he also says, great products today. Thank you. I think I hit your happy spot with the EPP, didn't I? So I'm so glad you joined us today. And I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday, same time, same place. What's New Wednesday at 1 o'clock. This is Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas. You can find everything I showed you today on our website. Goodbye.